Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? It's Saturday night. It is late, and I am not usually on Facebook at this time, at least not live. But I have a very urgent and important matter that I want to share with you all. And it's something that the Lord basically woke me up and told me. So I'm not going to wait for people to get on, because the good thing about Facebook is that this will be here until it's deleted or until I download it and upload it, whatever. It's late. I just got done doing a late workout. It has been a long day, but I just want to share something. So the other night, I believe it was maybe Thursday morning, about 3:15 or so in the morning, the Lord woke me up out of my sleep. And he woke me up and he told me to go to the book of Joel. And 3:35, 3:15, 3:30 in the morning, I'm like halfway in and out of sleep. I'm like, okay. And I couldn't get comfortable. I tried to lay back there and go to sleep, and God said, get up and go to the book of Joel. I said, okay, God. And then I sat up, I got my phone, and I can't just turn on my phone or turn anything on or read anything in the middle of the night without falling asleep. So I just said, okay, I'm going to press audio and let the book just play. So I got up and I was just kind of moving slow. And God said, what is more important to you, your sleep or me? And I said, okay, God, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. You got my attention. I'm up. And so before I even began to hit play, God said, he said, I'm coming quickly. He said, I'm coming quickly. No man knows the day or the hour, but I'm coming quickly. And the way he said it was just an urgency in my spirit. And I was up and I just began to just go through the book and read through the book or listen through the book of Joel. And I was listening, and it was talking about how the locusts came. It was 4 different kind of locusts. They came and they just devoured the land. They destroyed everything. The people of God had nothing left. It just destroyed everything. And they were in like a famine. And so I'm listening. I'm like, okay, God, what is it that you want me to get? And then it got to the point of the book where it said that not only is he going to restore, but in the last days, he's going to pour out his spirit. And the young man and daughter shall prophesy. And he said, that's it. And I said, okay, God. After I read that, after I listened to it, I was able to go to sleep. So all day Thursday, I'm just like, God, what you told me, you woke me up out of my sleep to tell me to read the book of Joel. And then you told me that you're coming quickly. He says, I'm coming quickly. He says, no man knows the day or the hour. And I pondered on that. I said, Lord, what is the connection? Then it dawned on me. We all know, if you grew up in church, if you've done anything in church, you have heard your whole life that the Lord is soon to return. That's not nothing new. But if you all are paying attention to the signs of the time, if you all know anything about the word, if you know anything about the last days, we are living those days in those days now. More so now than we were when I was 6 years old, 5 years old, coming up in church. I'm able to see biblical prophecies coming to pass even now. But what stood out to me the most is that the word says in the last days, he's going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh. To me, God is so gracious and he is so loving that he does not want any one of us to perish, but he wants us to have everlasting life. And he loves us so much that he is giving us this warning and this opportunity to get it right, to ask him for his spirit, to line ourselves up, to get our house, us, on the inside in order. And if we don't take heed to his warning, some people are going to wake up and the world is going to be so different. Because when the rapture happens, It's going to be total chaos. We think it's bad now. We think that the government has lost its mind now. But how do you think it's going to be after the rapture happens? After God catches his people up, after we vanish like that and go up to heaven? What do you think the narrative is going to be? There's going to be people who are going to be left behind. God doesn't want that, but that is the reality. So I urge you, do a spiritual inventory on yourself. If there's things that you need to get right, get it right. If there's people that you need to forgive, forgive them. If there's things that you need to do better and to strengthen your walk with Christ, do that. Now, I know that everybody who sees this video, everybody who watches this, is not going to take this as, oh, she's talking to me, or, oh, God's not talking to me. Because there's three people. There's people who are either going to take heed to this warning and get their house in order, or there's people who are going to dismiss this as if, oh, she's just crazy. And then there's people who know the truth, people who know, and they're just going to procrastinate and put it off. We don't have time to play games. We don't have time for show. We are not living in the day and age where we can pretend anymore. God is soon to come, y'all. Encourage your loved ones to get it right. Encourage your friends, your co-workers, anybody that you love. Encourage them. Because we don't want nobody to be left behind. I may not be popular. I may not be big. I may not have a big audience in this world, but I am somebody in heaven. And for God to wake me up, and I'm nobody, but for God to wake me up and to tell me that he's soon to return, there has to be an urgency. There has to be something on the inside of people. Wake up. Wake up. I pray. My prayer is that God makes y'all so uncomfortable that you toss and turn at night, that you don't get rest at night until you get it right with God. Anybody who I'm connected to, anybody that knows me, anybody that I know, and you're straddling the fence, you're wondering if it's real. Yes, it's real. Yeah, God is real. Jesus is real, and he's soon to return. And if you know me and you're straddling the fence, then I'm talking to you, because I don't want you to go through and to suffer unnecessarily. Take this as your warning. Take this as a moment to do a self-check. Ask God, Lord, show me myself. Where am I? Am I doing everything that you want me to do? And you could probably answer that for yourself and say no, because we all fall short of the glory of God. But God is so, I read a scripture that said he is quick to forgive. He is quick to show mercy. Take this however you take it, but just get it right, y'all. If you don't have a relationship with Christ, now is the time. Now is the time. Forget all that foolishness that people out here doing. People out here playing church. People out here pretending. And one day it's just going to be too late. It's going to be too late. I was reading in Joel. Or actually, no, I was reading in Revelations. Because I looked up, where does the Lord say, I'm coming quickly? He says it in Revelation chapter 22. And at the end of that chapter, he's saying, let those who are lost stay lost. Let those who are in sin stay in sin. But then he says, let those who are righteous stay righteous. Let those who are holy stay holy. In other words, You are going to seal your own fate. And when that time comes, it is going to be too late. It is going to be almost impossible for you to get it right. So do it now while you're in your right mind. Do it now while you have breath in your body. And do it now because tomorrow's not promised. I just left a funeral today of a 53-year-old family member, friend of the family. We know people are dying at every age. Death doesn't have an age limit. We know that. And you may be healthy today, but God forbid you don't wake up tomorrow. You didn't take heed to this message. I don't know who this is for, but it's for everybody who has an ear to hear. So just seek God. Ask him to show you yourself. Accept him into your heart. And don't be so stubborn. Don't be so stubborn and thinking that this does not apply to you, because it applies to everybody. It applies to everybody. So I love you all. I'm praying for you all. Pray for me. And I will continue to pray for you all. See y'all next time.